So what would be the alternative? Kamala?
Yeah.
You think Kamala would have done a good job? Why? Because she wouldn't deport people? And that's the only thing you stand on? In the entire country, and the way this country is going, deportations are the only thing you should judge a president on? You're crazy. You're so small-minded. We have foreign policy.
The Mexican Americans, they might make it a priority.
Yes.
Right?
But if that's the hill you're going to die on, you should step away from politics.
Because?
We have foreign policy. We have trades. We have people charging us tariffs that we're not paying tariffs. You know what the tariff was from China, Japan, here to us so they can import their goods to us? 15%. Did you know if you try to import one an American car to China, it's 110, 150%? Before the tariff war, they were taking advantage of us. And dog, I can go all day. People grab a president and hang them on one thing. Dog, there's the economy, there's a stock market, there's foreign policy, there's wars, there's so many things. Homeland security, there's so many things that you have to judge a president on. So if you think, oh, like when people in the comments, that's what you voted for, okay, you think Kamala would have been a better choice?
What do you disagree with Kamala the most on?
There's nothing I agree with her on.
Absolutely nothing.
Or Biden.
Nothing.
Nothing. No, dog, there's nothing. Like there's not, I can't tell you one thing because there's not. It's non-existent. It's just non-existent. It's that simple. So I see, that's when you leave the emotions out of it and you have an objective reality. So you're telling me if we all backtrack to November of 2024, Kamala would be the best choice just because your Theo might get deported? Like if that's the only issue in America? Come on, dog.
Theo is uncle for those of you guys that don't speak Spanish.
I think they might, right? I'm speaking for the viewers, right? It's a direct effect on their life, right? Like if their mom or Theo or whatever, right?
I understand. I have illegal family members. I get it. But so let me get this straight. They can fuck up everything as long as they don't deport your uncle. So then if they don't deport your uncle, what country are we gonna have? What are we gonna have? We're not gonna have a country because you're gonna destroy it with the foreign policies, the foreign aid, with all going on with the wars, with the tariffs. We're being eaten alive, dog. Did you know this year alone we already received $46 billion in tariffs that we were not getting before? Hence why no tax on the tips. Hence why no tax on overtime. People don't see that though, because all you see is my deal's gonna get deported. That's not the only hill to die on. We're a whole country.
He's absolutely right. And shout out to this brother for being willing to speak out against the nonsense. One, the deportations, they gotta happen. They allowed entirely too many people to come over here without any due process. They came over, they're not assets, they've sucked a lot of resources out of the country. But he said it. Do you think that Kamala Harris would have been a better choice? And the answer is, heck no. I mean, come on, man. The economy is what it is right now as far as the lack of jobs and things of that nature because of the previous administration. Democrats don't want to talk about that. They don't want to take credit for that. We've had layoffs in our nation starting back in 2020, 2021. And they've persisted every year up to this point. But like I said in a video, I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 3 weeks ago or so, the days they start to run together. But I'm like, the economy doesn't have to be great. Hey, they could stop the deportations. There are some fundamental policies and a fundamental agenda that the Democrats want to push that I just can't get with. Pushing the alphabet community on our children, gender affirming care for children as young as 2 years old, sex changes for prisoners and illegal immigrants, pregnancy terminations with no restrictions at all up to the 9th month. No way. There are some fundamental policies that I'm just in absolute no on. Men competing in women's sports, These folks don't know, basic biology, the difference between a male and a female. There are just some basic fundamental policies or agenda that I will never agree with when it comes to these daggone Democrats. Never. You got to think, when Kamala Harris started running for president, when she finally got the nod and she was selected and pushed to the forefront, she didn't speak to the American people for 40 days. And then when she finally did jump out there, who did she speak to first? She jumped on RuPaul's drag show and was with members of the alphabet community. That's where their allegiance is. Their allegiance lies with some of the most morally bankrupt, morally corrupt individuals in the country. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of Hispanics out there. You got people online saying, hey, you voted for this. Yeah, we definitely voted for the deportations. And there's a lot of good, upstanding Latin Americans, Mexican Americans, Hispanic Americans that are 100% in lockstep with the daggone deportations as well. Because these people, they've come over here and they become liability. They become dregs on society. They're not assets. And the only reason why they're over here is because it helps to bolster the Democrats' numbers. Jasmine Crockett got on TV, maybe a week or two ago and said it. Hey, our numbers are down is because they are not, or they're enforcing voter ID laws in the state of Texas. That's why we didn't have as many people voting. What does that tell you? If you read between the lines, what does it tell you? So I appreciate this brother, man. I appreciate this American stepping out there and saying, hey, man, y'all need to pump your brakes. We can't live and die on one issue. The president has an entire country to run. And if you are a American citizen and you got to work in this country, you got to send your children to school in this nation. Yeah, you definitely do not want Democrats in charge. This is the party that basically wants full control of your children. And they'll lock you up if you say otherwise. At some point, man, people have to stand on some principles, moral principles. And the reality of it is, we really need to get back to the standard that has been given to us via the Word of God. Because a lot of the issues that we're having, the road that we have traveled is because we have turned away from God's divine plan. And we see that it's not working. We see it. We have families fractured. We have women, entirely too many women not married, too many children being birthed out of wedlock, too many pregnancy terminations happening on a day-to-day basis. I mean, it's wicked. And this is the agenda that's been pushed upon a lot of people by the Democrat Party. But things are changing. I expect that our nation this time next year is going to be in a much better place, just based off of the executive orders and the policies of this current administration. You cannot like Trump, but you got to respect the policies. You got to respect the agenda. You got to respect the thought process that, hey, we're going to put America first. We're going to make sure that America gets a fair deal with everybody. It wasn't just China taking advantage of us. Everybody around the world has been taking advantage of us. That stops. It has to stop if we want to sustain America as we know it. But I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family, or you can buy your brother a coffee. The link's in the description box below. Get you a t-shirt, get you some merch, get that Pray Don't Worry t-shirt, get a Righteous Perspective t-shirt, get you that Post Woke America t-shirt, man. Support the channel. Join us Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for ARP in the morning. If it's your first time, let me know in the chat so we can properly welcome you. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support, man. Keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.
We won't stop. I won't quit. Stand for the truth. No counterfeit. Real ones rise. Let the fake ones split. Repent for the lies. Let the